Muchekwan Tangeni and I am with Maths XYZ, and welcome to lesson 84, of which in this lesson we will be looking at the sine rule when we are solving a non-right angle triangle in trigonometry. With the non-right angle triangle, we cannot use the theorem of Pythagoras. The only thing that we can use is the area rule, the cosine rule, and also the sine rule, of which in this lesson we will only be focusing on the sine rule to see how we can be able to solve the non-right angle triangle in trigonometry. So the sine rule, of which in this diagram I've already drawn the triangle ABC, of which triangle ABC, A has a side of A, and also the C has a side of small c, and B is opposite to the small b. And the sine rule states that A divided by sine A is equals to B divided by sine B. This is angle B, and also this is angle A, and this is angle C, and it's equals to C divided by the sine of C. That means that with the sine rule, if I have to solve maybe for one side, which is side A, then I can use only those two to solve for this side, provided that I have the angle of B, the angle of A, and also one side, which is the side of B. Then from there I can be able to solve questions regarding the non-right angle triangle in trigonometry. You cannot use this rule when you are solving you can actually use this rule as well when you are solving for right angle triangle, but then you cannot you can use this rule, I mean to say, when you are solving for a right angle triangle. It's just that it was made so that you can be able to solve the non-right angle triangle. With this rule, you can be able to find all the angles in the triangle and also the unknown length which in the triangle. Then the first question that we'll do is this one, of which we'll just see how we can be able to solve the non-right angle triangle in trigonometry. Of which with this triangle we have triangle PQR, of which R, the angle of R is 25, and the side of P, the opposite side of P, is 100, and the opposite side of R is equals to 60 units. Remember with a triangle that all angles of a triangle is equals to 180. Then all angles of a triangle, they are equals to 180 degrees. Then that means that the angle of R plus the angle of Q plus the angle of P is equals to 180 degrees. All right. Then to solve for the angle of P and all for the angle of P and also for the angle of Q, what we can do is to use the sine rule, this one, so that we will be able to find let's say maybe we use R and 60, then we'll be able to find the angle of P using P and 100. Then with this one it will be the sine of 25 divided by 60, it's equals to the sine of P, which is the unknown, divided by 100 units. Then that means that our P, which is the angle of P, using my calculator, it will be equals to 100 sine of 25 divided by 60. It will be 100 sine of 25 divided by 60, and sine function of that that will give me the angle of P, which is equals to the angle of P, which is equals to 44,75 degrees. Then after finding this, what we can do is to use this rule which is here, that the angle of R plus the angle of Q plus the angle of P is equals to 180 degrees. Remember that R is equals to 25 plus Q, which is unknown now, is plus 44,75. It's equals to 180 degrees. Then from here we can now solve the unknown, which is angle of Q, which will be equals to, using my calculator again, to find the angle of P, which is 110,22 degrees. Then that means that the angle of P here is equals to 44,75 degrees, and the angle of Q there, it will be 110,22 degrees. Then we have solved the questions that we were asked to solve in trigonometry. Find the angle of P and also the angle of Q, of which you just use the trigonometric ratio, which is the sine rule, and then find the one angle, which is angle P, and after that you use this rule that all angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degrees. Then after that you can find your answer for both the angles that are needed in the question. Alright guys, I hope you understood this question, this example. So let's just do the second example, of which we'll still be applying the sine rule to be able to solve the trigonometric questions. Alright, this is the question that we'll be doing, of which is triangle ABC, and A has an angle of 65 degrees and C has an angle of 67 degrees, and our side, the opposite side of A, is equals to 26 meters. Then the question says solve for triangle ABC. Most of the case, when you are asked to solve for a certain triangle, what you need to do is to find all the angles in the triangle and also all the unknown length in the triangle. By doing that, you will have solved the triangle, whichever triangle that you are given. For this case, we have to solve for triangle ABC. That means that we will have to find the angle of B, which is unknown, and also the opposite side of C, and also the opposite side of B. After doing that, we would have answered the question in full. Then let's first find the angle of B, of which, remember, I told you guys that the sum of angles of a triangle is equals to 180 degrees. That means that the angle of A plus angle of B plus angle of C is equals to 180. And as you can see that we already have two known angles, that means that it will be quite easy to solve for the unknown angle, which will be the only unknown in terms of angles. Alright, then it will be the first one, the angle of A plus the angle of B plus the angle of C, it's equals to 180 degrees. Then from here we have the A and C, they are the known angles. That means that we only have to solve for B, which will be the only unknown in this question. Then we have 180, that means minus 65 degrees minus 67 degrees. That will give us the angle of B. Then that means that B, using my calculator guys again, that means that my B, which is 180 minus 65 minus 67, is equals to 48 degrees. Then B here is equals to 48 degrees. This is B right there, which is equals to 48 degrees. Alright, then after doing that, the other things that we have to solve when we are solving for triangle ABC is the opposite side of B, of which I will just write it as small b, and also the opposite side of side C, which I will just write it as the small c. To find that, remember with trigonometric ratios is sine of A, sorry guys, it's still correct, but then I always prefer to have the unknown in the denominator. If I have to solve for the angle, I prefer to have the angle in the denominator, but if I have to be solving for the side, then it's better to have the side in the unknown side in the denominator. Alright, then from here we're gonna have, let's say, the side of B divided by sine of B, that's equals to the side of A, which is 26, alright, divided by the sine of 65 degrees. And also the side of B, we also have the sine of B. Remember that B, we already got it, it's equals to 48 degrees, then we'll just have 48 degrees there. And that means that the side of B, which is the unknown that we're looking for, it will be equals to 26 sine of 48 degrees, alright, divided by the sine of 65 degrees. Alright, then that will give us the side of B. Alright guys, let me just punch it into a calculator and see what we'll get after for finding the side of B. Then using my calculator, I'll get 21,35 meters. 21,35 meters. This is the side of B, which is this side here. Then that means here we have 21,35 meters. Alright, now the last things that we have to solve is the side of C, which is this side here. Then to solve that as well, we're still going to use this trigonometric ratio, the sine rule, to find the unknown side, which is the side of C. Alright, then using the very same thing, it will be C divided by the sine of 67 degrees. It's equals to 26 divided by the sine of 65 degrees. Alright, then here we're going to have C, it's equals to 26 sine of 67 degrees divided by the sine of 65 degrees. All right, then from here we're gonna have our side, the length of C. Then punching it into my calculator, I will have my side of C is equals to 26,41 meters. 26,41 meters, which is the side of C, which is right there. Then this one is 26,41 meters, this side. Then after doing all of this, we have completely solved for triangle ABC, of which the first thing that we did is to find the angle, the unknown angle, which is the angle of B, using the rule that all angles of a triangle is equals to 180. And then after that, we found the unknown length, which is the length of B and also the length of C, using the sine rule, which is this side. This is how we solved it, using the sine rule. And then after that, after completing the question, it's better for you to write them in order that you found the angle of B, the side of B, and also the side of C in meters. All right, guys. Always remember that you have to also write the SI unit. If you are given it in centimeters or in units, please don't forget to write SI units, because you might be disqualified for not writing the SI units. Alright guys, then we have completely solved for this question, and I hope you guys understood everything we're doing in this example. If you didn't, please guys drop us a comment note and then we'll have a follow-up on it. And please don't forget to subscribe to Maths XYZ on YouTube so that you can get daily notification when we upload videos. Thank you. Please tune in again for lesson 85, which will be uploaded tomorrow.